Here at the friendly confines, Wrigley Field. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Seattle Mariners and the Chicago Cubs. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about ready for baseball. Pitching for the Cubs in this one, Kyle Hendricks. What should we keep an eye on here?
Been a very solid pitcher throughout his career. ERA around 3.5. What I like is he competes, he stays in the game, and he gives his team an opportunity to win.
Colton Wong up to hit.
Leading off tonight for Seattle, the second baseman, Colton Wong.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Now J.P. Crawford goes down swinging for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. And up next for Seattle, Ty France.
Ty France.
In the air, left field, Happ on his horse. Automatic double now as it hops the wall and foul ground.
Off the bat, I thought they were going to score their first run of the game, and that feels like a tough break. But look at the bright side. Really good contact at the plate, and now they're working with not just one but 2 runners in scoring position. So they'd love another base hit right here.
Siggy, this guy's put together a pretty amazing. Up the middle to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across. In there safely.
That is good. The left fielder, number 8, A.J. Pollock.
A.J. Pollock at the dish. 0 for 4 in the loss yesterday.
Yeah, and I don't think when they traded for him that he would end up becoming starter with the most postseason starts in Cubs franchise history. So, you know, a guy that's very cerebral, understands what he's doing out there on the mound, and sometimes those guys can be tougher than the high velo guys.
And a base hit knocks in a run.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now, and he deals in there, and so now 1-2. Pollock off of first with 2 away, and a base hit up the middle. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Batting 7, the catcher.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And now Cal Raleigh. The next offering misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching, but you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Good job at damage control right there. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Mariners 2 and the Cubs coming up. Welcome back. And today's starting pitcher, Luis Castillo. How about a report on him, Chris?
Really labored his last time out. 4+ innings, wasn't able to qualify for the win, but fortunately got a no decision and didn't take a loss. We'll see if he can get in the W column today.
And stepping in is the speedy Nico Horner. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Line drive, base hit.
He was all over that one. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Ian Happ up to hit. Here comes a pitch. That one out to right. Trammell sizing this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Batting third, the shortstop.
Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning, everything shifts, and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
The 1-1. In the air to left center. Rodriguez heads towards it. Puts it away for the out. Christopher Morel, the next Cub to hit.
Third baseman,
Luis Castillo, a guy who debuted in 2017 with the Reds at 24 years old, multiple all-star appearances, traded to the Mariners at the deadline in 2022. Horner on the go. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Rodriguez settles under it. He's there. He's got it. And that's the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. Second inning coming up here at Wrigley. It's the Mariners 2 and the Cubs nothing. Second inning set to go. Tommy La Stella to the plate.
hitter, Tommy La Stella.
The 1-1. And that one fouled off. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff for the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
The right fielder, number 5.
Here's Taylor Trammell. The outfield shifted pretty heavily towards right field. And a pitch. That one lifted to left. Happ heads towards it. 2 down.
Now batting, the second baseman, Colton Wong.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. He walked and came around to score his first time up. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed.
Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it for the inning. Mariners are down in order, but they hold a 2-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the second, and now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
The right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
In the air, right side of the infield. Wong sizes this one up. 1 down.
Batting 6th, the designated hitter,
Edwin Rios here.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
One down, base is empty. And it's even up. Castillo, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. In the air, out towards right center. Trammell racing over to make the catch.
Every day during batting practice, these
Batting
outfielders
seven.
get about
The
10
first
minutes
baseman.
of balls
Trey.
in the gaps. They practice this, and when the
Mancini.
game comes, they make the play perfectly.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, Trey Mancini. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. On to France. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They trail things here 2-0. Here at Wrigley Field, on to the 3rd inning. And now here is J.P. Crawford.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-2. Fly ball to right. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Ty France up next for the Mariners. Doubled his first time up. The 1-1. That one ripped. And there's 2 away.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez. The wind and the pitch. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Now the left fielder, A.J. Pollock. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. That one hammered center field. Bellinger drop step going back. And that one's gone into the bleachers. That'll fire up the dugout, and they add a couple more. It's 4-0.
When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
And Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Bangs off the wall.
All over that one right there. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Next to hit, Cal Raleigh. Liner, base hit. And that's going to roll to the wall. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. He got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing all the way through the swing, and the barrel was so on plane with the ball. Easy drive into the gap for that double.
So 2 on with 2 away. Tommy LaStella now at the plate. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Suzuki puts the squeeze on that one, and that is the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Wrigley Field as we go to the last of the third. Here's Yan Gomes. Yan Gomes waits. Swing and a ball popped up. Wong hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Here's Cody Bellinger. 2 hits for him in yesterday's game. And he grounds one to the right side. Oh, great stop. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Nico.
Here's Nico Horner. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. Chris, his skill set straight out of the mid-80s. Good contact, not much power, and he could run. He always uses the wheels to his advantage.
His biggest challenge in this day and age is to not get caught up in trying to hit home runs because so many people are. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And next for the Cubs, Ian Happ. Flied out his first time. Slow ground ball to the right side. France takes it to the bag. That's the third out. Inning over. Cubs leave one. They trail it here 4-0. Back here at the friendly confines, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Taylor Trammell. Ball to strike. The pitch. And a foul ball.
Well, these Mariners doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
The wind of the pitch. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle, and the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, the second baseman.
That ball was blasted, Boog, and as broadcasters, we can go weeks without seeing a ball hit 115 miles per hour, which is what StatCast tells us there. Man, he really got the bat through the zone and did not get cheated.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely smoked. And here is Colton Wong. Base knock right field. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Now it's the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. And that one wrapped foul. Popped up.
The batter, the first baseman,
Ty France up next for the Mariners. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Trammell at second. Wong over at first with one away. Line drive, base hit, and that's going to roll to the wall. One run is in. Wong coming home. Throw cut off. Now to the plate. In there. He scores. And it's now a 6-run lead.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
A new pitcher in the game, Adrian Sampson.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
There's a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Next pitch is popped up. Horner settles underneath it. And there are two down.
The batter, the left fielder, A.J. Pollock.
A.J. Pollock up next for the Mariners. He's already homered here in this one. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Right-handed reliever. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
See how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Want to try to tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing, that high fastball. You have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
And that one is lifted in the air. And that is the third out of the inning. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Mariners 6 and the Cubs nothing. Bottom 4, so up now for Chicago, Dansby Swanson.
The shortstop.
You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Strike 2.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Whips it across, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Christopher Morel, the next Cub to hit. Flied out to center in his first at bat. Out to short. Not in time, and he reaches safely.
Definitely a tough play, but he seems to have had a little trouble getting rid of it, and that made all the difference. And with the speed running up the line, you got to be perfect, and right there, he just couldn't get it there in time.
1 down. Stepping in, Seiya Suzuki. 0 for 1. He flied out to right in his first trip. That's out to center field. Rodriguez settles under it. Makes the grab for the second out.
The batter, the designated hitter, Edwin Rios.
Man at first, and here's the DH for the Cubs, Edwin Rios. 0 for 1 with a flyout. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. 1 left for the Cubs. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Now here is Eugenio Suarez. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Mancini makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. At the plate, Cal Raleigh. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot. On a line out towards center. Can't get there, base hit. One gone, runner at first. Tommy La Stella up next for the Mariners. And a pitch. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Left-hand batter waits. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Called strike 3 on the fastball, and that ran back over the inner half.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
And now Taylor Trammell. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Happ makes the grab on the run. Mariners leave one, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. We head to the bottom of the fifth, and now the first baseman, Trey Mancini.
The first baseman, Trey Mancini.
2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
On to France, and the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Now batting, the catcher, Yan.
Now it's Yan Gomes. That one the other way. Wong. On to first. Home man for the fifth inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Now batting, the center fielder, Cody.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. The outfield shifted pretty heavily towards right field. The pitch. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. In 2019, Cody Bellinger became the first Dodger player ever to collect the MVP, the Gold Glove, and the Silver Slugger in the same season.
That was the emergency hack right there.
And the pitch. Now one missed. Knocks it down. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
And up next for Chicago, Nico Horner. And the right-hander deals.
Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
And it's filled up.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Bellinger off of first with 2 away. Next pitch is popped up. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's the Mariners leadoff man, Colton Wong. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Happ moving under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, J.P.
And here is
Crawford.
J.P. Crawford. Left-hand hitter waits. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. In the air, center field. Bellinger drifts towards it. 2 away.
The first baseman, number 23.
2 outs,
Ty
base is empty.
France.
And here's the first baseman, Ty France. Fouled off. He was late. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Mariners 6 and the Cubs nothing. Back here at the ballpark, here's the left fielder, Ian Happ.
No left fielder.
Happ, a switch hitter. It can be challenging for guys at the big league level to maintain a good swing from both sides of the plate. Clearly, he's got more pop from the left side, but in 2022, the right side was respectable as well.
Pulls it in on the run. And there's one down.
Now batting, shortstop,
Dansby Swanson stands in.
Swanson.
And a 2-1 on the way. Just missed.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Next offering finds the zone, and the count is full. The wide to kick the pitch. This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez makes the catch. 2 down.
The third baseman, number 5.
Now the third baseman, Christopher Morel.
Morel.
The wind of the pitch. Into center. Rodriguez settles under it. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. They still find themselves down 6-0.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Keegan Thompson.
And here's a 3-2. Out towards left center. That gets down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 8-0. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Here's the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. The outfield playing him to pull, with the center fielder positioned in that left center field gap. Here's a 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. The pitch. Ripped to third and caught.
Now batting, catcher, Cal Raleigh.
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. And Chris, his big strength is defense, but it is interesting in today's world of baseball compared to when you played, a good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And now the DH, Tommy La Stella.
Designated hitter, Tommy La Stella.
2-2 now. Got him swinging. 2 come in on this Seattle homer. It's now an 8-0 game. This is Cubs baseball on the show, Chicago. And welcome back. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
The right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
Next pitch is outside.
You know, these Cubs, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
That one drilled left field. That's back there. Into the bleachers and gone. He'll circle the bases, and they inch closer. It's 8-1.
Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Digging in, Edwin Rios. Now fly ball to right center. Rodriguez heads towards it. Grabs it on the run. And there's one down.
Up next for the Cubs, the first baseman, Trey
Mancini now. The pitch. And that one is in for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Luis Castillo won't go any further, and we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break. Marco Gonzalez into the game.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Next to hit, Yan Gomes. Runner leads away at second. This to third, and it's through for a hit. Throw comes into third, and they're at the corners with only one out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Runners on the corners with one gone. Bellinger up to hit. And the pitch is in for a strike. 2-2. First and third, one down. Ground ball could be 2. On a second, they get 1. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. So it may be too little too late, but they're on the board here in the late going. Still a lopsided affair at 8-1 now. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Ready to begin the 8th, and stepping in for the Mariners, Taylor Trammell.
Taylor Trammell.
Line drive. Slings to first. First out in the top of the 8th.
Now batting, second baseman, Colton Wong.
And up next for Seattle, Colton Wong. And a liner out into right center for a base hit. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
The batter, number 3, shortstop.
That ball was absolutely ripped. 111 off the bat. And I'm pretty sure it started to whistle after it left the bat.
I think I heard that too, Boog. And these are the moments we appreciate when we can look at StatCast and just see exactly what the data is. Always so much fun to see what numbers pop up.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Suzuki makes the grab, 2 down.
The first baseman, number 23, Ty.
And now for Seattle, Ty France. Next one misses. 2-1. Wong at second with 2 down. That one in for a strike. 2-2. Man at second. Got it by him for the K. One left for Seattle, and it remains an 8-1 game. Welcome back. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Nico Horner. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offensive side for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away. Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always
Now
make you
batting,
smile.
left
Kind of your
fielder,
classic jam shot blooper right there. Paid a good pitch on the inside, gotten to hit it off the handle, but he still muscled it out there. You just have to tip your cap on the mound.
So, man aboard, Ian Happ, the next Cub to hit. At the belt and fires. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 1-2. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. And they turn the double play.
Up next for the Cubs, the shortstop, Dansby.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Cubs, Dansby Swanson. And the 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Two. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Rodriguez racing after it. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And that ends the inning. Back here at Wrigley Field, we go to the 9th. And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Foul ball. Righty delivers. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Third home run of the season, and they add a run. It's 9-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Julian Merriweather.
In the dirt. Gomes gets it to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
And now, Eugenio Suarez. Swings and misses, and we're filled up. And down on strikes. That's out number 2.
Up next for Seattle.
Here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh.
Cal.
This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Really good athlete, and
Got him swinging. Some high G's for strike 3. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. And this is now a 9-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at the friendly confines, bottom of the 9th. Now the third baseman, Christopher Morel. The 1-1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Kicks and fires. On the ground to third. In plenty of time to first. 1 out, bottom of the 9th.
Now batting, right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. He's already homered in this game. On the ground to short. Slings it across. Cubbies with only 1 out left.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Edwin Rios.
So up now for Chicago, Edwin Rios. And now the lefty. On the ground, right side. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Well, a big win by 8 runs, and when you have that kind of lead, you make it easier for the pitching staff to come out, make their pitches, pitch to contact, and not worry about giving up the lead. So nice job today all the way around to get the W.
9-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.